losing Ray versus Stamps the real loss for Argos. Toronto, the lopsided 41-24 defeat to the visiting Calgary Stampeders was bad enough. But losing Ricky Ray for any length of time would be catastrophic for this Argos team, and that could be possibility based on the fact the Argos starting quarterback left the field with 3:11 to go in the third quarter and did not return to the game after that. Ray was injured when Stamps Michael Kashak hit him squarely on his throwing shoulder, knocking the ball loose in the process and sending the QB hard into the BMO Field turf. A penalty on the play ensured Toronto retained possession, but Ray was gone for the night. He came off the field favoring his right shoulder and went immediately to the bench while Cody Fajardo assumed the quarterbacking duties. Ray eventually got up and attempted a few passes but was soon back on the end of the Toronto bench, where he remained for the rest of the night. The Argos were already down by 34-10 at that point, and that could have played into the decision not to bring Ray back. But without any official word from the Argos, there were plenty of Toronto fans who left this game feeling rather uneasy, and it had nothing to do with the final outcome. There were reports from the sidelines that Ray was being held out for precautionary reasons, but there was nothing from the Argos themselves. Ray's night finished with just 139 yards passing on 15 of 26 completions. He threw a pick and a touchdown to S.J. Green for the opening scoring of the game. It's not that the opportunity wasn't there to steal this one for the Argo. It would have been grand theft larceny for sure, but the chance was there. But an inability to contain kick returner Roy Finch, combined with a poor final minute of the first half, sealed the Argos' fate in this one. Finch ensured the Argos weren't going to get comfortable even on their home field. The third-year CFler, who was suspended 2 games earlier in the season for violating the league's drug policy for taking a banned substance that he maintains was taken to treat his attention deficit disorder, consistently put the Stamps in good field position with both his punt and kickoff returns. His 103-yard punt return in the first 2 minutes of the second quarter put the Stamps up by 10, and they never really looked back. Toronto had a couple of chances to cut into that deficit, but first turned it over at the Calgary 51 when Ray was intercepted by Jamea Furman on a pass intended for Anthony Coombs. The Stamps got a field goal out of that exchange, bumping their lead to 13. On Toronto's next series, Ray and company were moving the ball nicely, but having reached the Calgary 22, it all fell apart again. This time Ray was rolling out, and unbeknownst to him, Charleston Hughes was in hot pursuit from behind. Just as Ray was about to throw, Hughes brought the hammer down on the quarterback, sending the ball bounding towards the sidelines, where it was knocked out by a Calgary player for the turnover. Even then, Toronto got it back again as Stamps running back Jerome Messam coughed the ball up on his own 29 when Marcus Bull got his helmet into Messam. Troy Davis recovered the fumble and returned it to the Calgary 13. Again, Toronto had another opportunity but settled for a 20-yard field goal. At that point, though, the Argos are down only 10 and still in it, and with 39 seconds left in the half should still be in good shape. Instead, though, Levi Mitchell completes 3 consecutive passes, and the Argos defense, which has been so good to date, inexplicably fails to bring down the Varys Daniels, who coasts in from the 29-yard line for a touchdown that all but sealed the game. This was Calgary's first time on the BMO Field since they were upset in last year's Grey Cup, and they weren't about to have another bad experience here against a team over which they had a decided edge in talent. Stamps quarterback Bo Levi Mitchell, who just doesn't lose to Toronto, threw for 249 yards and 3 touchdowns in the win. With the loss, the Argos fell to 3-4 while Calgary improved to 5-1-1.